hello, you are listening to Ultra Q, episode 152. My name is Red, I am joined by Mel.
Witness the beginning of a Super Riot Dark Universe.
Of course. Absolutely. Also joined by Brad.
We have crossed a Rubicon where I feel like at least one of these families' parents would be like, we need to move out of this city.
Uh-huh.
Like an Evangelion.
Shit is just going down.
There's a murderer. There's a mummy.
The mummy thing is correct. I don't know how Takeshi hacked into a mummy.
Don't worry about it. We're truly just doing Sentai plots via computer somehow.
Yeah, we're just making it. That episode is truly just making it up.
Though also, weirdly enough, feels like the most Ultra Q / early Ultraman episode in a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did have that Ultraman episode about the Chinese mummy.
Yeah.
Was it a Chinese mummy? I feel like it was
It's
Chinese
a mummy.
coded.
But
Anyway,
that's the third episode this week.
yeah. So we can't talk about that one yet. We got 3 episodes. Do we want to just go straight in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Episode 16. Ippei is scared? Featuring Mecha Bamara. Uber driver suck me off. There's a killer loose. How'd he get loose? He got loosed by Takeshi, who got harassed by the police in the middle of the night and decided that all cops are bastards. He sent Mecha Bamara into the computer world and hacked into some holding cells, loosing Onimaru, a dangerous killer and thief, into the city. He then started creating false reports of sightings of Onimaru, leading the police on a wild goose chase. Everyone has been told to stay indoors. Ippei wanders down to his basement, where the trio keep junk, and he gets captured by Onimaru, who managed to steal a gun off a cop. With Ippei missing, Kana comes to the conclusion he's been kidnapped and calls Naoto. Not Daichi, much to Daichi's dismay. Naoto brushes off the kidnapping idea, but he tries calling the basement anyway. Ippei manages to knock the receiver off the hook before Onimaru can disconnect the call. Onimaru is like, kid, I was gonna let you live, but... And then he puts the gun against Ippei's head, and Ippei pisses himself. The execution is somehow prevented by a second call that no one picks up. I don't know. Naoto and Yuka are now suspicious and go to investigate. Onimaru reveals his genius to Ippei. See, he robbed a bank and never told anybody where he hid the money, and now it's paid off because he has a chance to get it. Nobody ever thought to check a car in the car park at the bank. Naoto and Yuka arrive at the basement, and Naoto wrestles with Onimaru, and Yuka points at the piss stain on the floor and goes, "What's that?" Onimaru escapes, and Naoto has to merge with Gridman to fight Mecha Bamara in the computer world. Now free, Ippei runs off to find the funny cop who's been heading this way and that, following false leads. Ippei tells him where Onimaru hid the money, and they go to catch him. The funny cop confronts Onimaru, and Ippei briefly tries to piccolo block his car. In the end, Onimaru
Is he stupid?
is he stupid? In the end, Onimaru is cornered, and the funny cop claps him in irons. Later, the cop is signing autographs for kids, and he offers the trio his autograph too. They pass. The narrator comments that, well, the police think they're the heroes, when we know that Gridman saved the day. And this time, I'm like, did he do that? The end.
Not mentioned in this summary is the fact that Ippei starts getting called the wet boy because he pissed himself.
Yeah.
He does start getting called the wet boy, and that's why he has to prove that he's not the wet boy by trying to piccolo block a moving vehicle.
This guy, I think, is all talk.
What, Onimaru?
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I think he likes the idea of killing people more than actually killing people.
He has killed someone, but we anything can go bad in a heist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Famously, things always go okay in heist movies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Especially when it's one last job.
Yeah. And then, you'll be good for the rest of your life. You can retire off that money.
You'll never come
never
back
have
to fight.
Exactly.
DB Cooper made it work.
If he lived.
He probably didn't. I believe he's out there. You know, there's a non-tiny fraction of people who think that Bigfoot and DB Cooper are related.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
That's great. I simply love that there was a time when hijacking planes was kind of like interesting and fun.
There is a so actually I will give this a shout out. There's a podcast I like to listen to that like it's not anything amazing, but it's called Stuff You Should Know, and it's just like it's from like iHeartRadio, and it's just two dudes who like research various random topics and then like talk about them. And they did a live show where they did DB Cooper, and at some point they bring up that apparently this era was known as the golden age of skyjacking, and they're like, that's a weird thing to have a golden age for.
Well, we had the golden age of piracy.
Yeah. And then the other thing that was kind of fun is that apparently before DB Cooper, basically everyone who like skyjacked was like, take me to Cuba. And then when they got a guy that didn't want to do that, everyone involved was like, we don't know how to handle this.
I see.
Remember when they didn't call Ultraman Tar Ultraman Jack because it's too close to the word hijack?
Oh my god. Tsuburaya is a very funny company.
I think the pee joke is so weird this episode. It feels so out of place. Like,
it's just Ippei's masculinity under attack.
Yeah, but like it's that combined with like haha pee. Like
remember, this is a show for children meant to sell toys.
It is, but like even this feels a little low grade for what we've had in comparison.
There's not the highbrow humor we're accustomed to from Gridman.
No. Like that next episode, I'm imagining it's like, oh, Naoto's gonna walk under the door and he's gonna get slimed.
Me posting a Daichi screenshot. This isn't the sophisticated level of humor I usually expect from Gridman.
Yeah. Daichi gets the best joke in this episode, which is when Kana calls Naoto, and Naoto's like, Kana, and Daichi goes like, of course, gets up out of his chair and very like happily like strolls over to grab the phone. It's like, oh, you wanted to call me, you wanted to talk to me about Ippei. Daichi just turns around and sits back down.
It's so good. Amazing actor.
He's so good.
I'm disappointed that he's the one who doesn't get. Like, none of these kids really get much acting credits, but I'm disappointed he doesn't have one either, because he's really good.
Well, child acting. I imagine honestly, there are a lot of child actors who are just like, I never want to touch that shit ever again.
Yeah, to be fair. That's very reasonable.
The P thing is like, they're like really they like really focus in on just like the spreading puddle in a way that I'm like, okay guys.
Yeah. Now I guess the way it's meant to be like, well, you're not gonna that's how you show it's coming out, but also it is like maybe lingers a bit too long on it.
But the specific thing is like they're doing like a he has been emasculated in this moment, and he will earn back his courage later. And I'm like, I don't think it's like
shameful to piss yourself when a gun is at your head.
To be really scared when someone points a gun at your head and says, "Well, I'm gonna kill you now."
Yeah. Ippei's irrational fear of being executed and being shot in the head.
It's irrational fear of being shot in the brain.
Yeah.
I think this is also where the subtitles, I noticed really, and I think this has happened before, the subtitles really love to call the computer the junk.
Yes, they do. The junk.
The junk.
It's not just, it's to differentiate it from any old junk.
Mm-hmm.
It's the junk. Naturally, a criminal criminals have escaped. And as we all know, criminals are not good people.
Unlike the cops, which are always
unlike
good
the
people.
cops, they're all like weird and they're all scary and dangerous.
He's like, ooh, I'm sadistic and
Batman. Sorry,
I don't care if you lie.
You went into. I'm a little kooky. I don't value human life. He doesn't. He sort of comes across as like quite vindictive for a guy who robbed a bank.
Yeah.
But kids TV, there's like scary, evil bad guy. Meanwhile, I think this is the most Takeshi has been reasonable.
Yes.
Yeah, like
yes,
to be honest,
it
is like, damn, this is like actual police harassment /
Yeah.
This is like the time I've told y'all the story I had similar to this in high school, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, me and my
Maybe?
friend were on our lunch hour in high school, and we came out of like a taco place, like just grabbing something. And I guess I can't remember if it was like in the same strip or something, but someone wearing fairly similar like hoodies to us, like robbed the place. And I guess in like the police's I don't know exactly how this happened, but we got like tackled to the ground, and then they were like, "Wait, it's clearly not you two." But it was like
You nearly got my cousin Vinny'd.
yeah, like it was really bizarre. And then they're like, "We're sorry," went on their way, and I was like, "That was fucking weird." But I always think about that. That was a long time ago. Grew up, saw Ferguson happen, so it's just like, I've always thought back to that childhood experience of like, I have a feeling if I didn't look the way I did, that situation would have gone really bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, the scene we're talking about in this episode is Takeshi. It's like, first of all, we get all the like Takeshi releases the bad guy, and then in flashback he informs us that this will show the police for doing for like treating me badly. And because Takeshi is Takeshi, I go into this scene expecting like, oh, he experienced some minor inconvenience or misunderstanding and blew it out of proportion. But no, the cops like are like, did you steal that fucking bike? Because you don't have your lights on, and then like start like grabbing him and being like, no,
like,
why are you getting mad at us?
The only reason you wouldn't have your light on is if you didn't want to be noticed because you stole this bicycle.
When he tries to like get away, they're like, where the fuck are you going? You just grab him. I'm like, I mean, yeah, Takeshi, that is the cops. That is true. So I thought that was funny. This is just like, I'm just like, well, yes, go Takeshi.
Yeah, this is up there with the guy that went up to him in broad daylight out of nowhere and just said, "Man, you look like a scrawny fucking nerd."
Yeah.
That was crazy. What did he think was going to happen? That he was going to come to the gym after that?
Crazy revival idea. They reboot the show, and then the final episode is, I'm sick and tired of my parents losing all their money by making these donations to this cult. I have to 3D print a shotgun.
Oh no. He's gonna do it.
Gridman, we gotta stop the doohickey from being vain.
Oh my god. Gridman doohickey episode would go fucking crazy.
Well, they would love, with the 3D printing like gun shit
Absolutely.
being like in the news. They'd have fun with that.
God damn. Well, the other thing he's doing, as well as releasing the prisoner, is like sending cops all over the city, which results in like, first of all, the funny cop we like in this show is constantly just like exhausted, just like cycling all over town to find that there's no one there. But there is a great another like yes, the cops scene where they have a gun drawn on a door. The door opens and it's just the lady. It's just standing there, just like, what the fuck? And they're like,
there's like, they fit so many cops on this one stairwell. It's so
it's great. All guns trained at her, all looking suddenly sheepish and going like, sorry. Our apologies. It's good shit. We have entered the era where we're reusing all the kaiju as mecha kaiju.
Yeah.
That was the thing I said earlier on. Like they had like new kaiju for the first 3 episodes, but then started reusing after. I don't know.
Yeah,
we might still get new ones later on, but well, we shall see.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like,
also, it's also complicating the sorter probably.
Right.
Because like, I assume I could probably just like get the mecha ones in the same category because it feels like a stretch to make a new category, new images for them. But I can't tell if the one that's like this is a fake version of the other one is a distinctly different entity. I don't know.
That one's. I would say no, just because it's like I think clearly the motivation there is like, well, we can't call it a mecha one because he didn't make it in the first place.
Yeah.
I think
so it has to be a fake one.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you have any opinion on sorters, Rad?
No, I don't think so, but like the one thing that I'm thinking is that because of how I feel like this is a show that I am going to remember the problem of the week more than the monster of the week. So when we get to the sorter, I am going to really struggle to be like, what context did this one happen in again?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be really easy. It's going to be Shinobular at the top because he dies screaming about the aesthetics of evil. And then everyone else in like a C below him.
Yeah. I guess I can think about if the mecha ones are distinct enough to be. I also don't think they probably are. Like,
I don't even think they really do anything that different.
There's like a couple that like he's like they sometimes
he gives
like special attacks. Yeah. But that's kind of it. But yeah, like you were saying, I do sort of wonder because like it wasn't that many kaiju, so like they're gonna reuse them and then still have lots of show left. So I'm like, do you get new ones after that? Or maybe you're just reusing them for this middle period.
Yeah, I mean, I guess thankfully it's like there's a 39 episode show, so you know, not a 50 episode one. So that's like 13 episodes is like 1/3 of the show. So we'll see.
First Subaraya show where the premise that's dropped is the kaiju. That will never happen, but it'd be funny.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Please, just once, just one time. We'll see what it's like.
I mean, if I get a lot more goofy effects of people getting shocked by cartoon electricity from things that don't emit that much electricity,
like dead corpses.
That I was thinking the little headset in the next episode, but yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
I was about to say first Subaraya show where they drop the defense team as the gimmick, and then they realize, oh wait, we already
that's
talked to Leo.
Yeah, that's Leo. They did that one.
They dropped them.
They'll drop everything eventually,
including their finances. Ayo.
They dropped the ball big time.
This episode. Oh god! What were you gonna say?
Oh no, you go. I was gonna say Subaraya on Pack Watch. We will be posting the GIF in time.
This was directed by Hirochika Muraishi and then written by Kazuhiko Goto.
Nice. Mal?
Excuse me. Suit actors, Gridman, Normal Hiroki Okano, Thunder Gridman, Kunitoshi Endo, and Mecha Bamara Toshio Miyake.
Normal Gridman. Gridman normal. What else is there to say about this episode? I like the final confrontation in the car park.
I like that the parking garage just has a random circular shaped hole for the cops to go through.
Yes. It's just like, a little bit of architectural, just like decorative stuff in the concrete car park.
Yeah.
It's good. I do like that final confrontation in terms of like, I like the funny cop, and I like that because there are real cops in this episode. The funny cop is not a real cop. The funny cop is a fictional cop that doesn't exist. And so him arresting the bad guy at the end, I think is fun. Because he isn't normally getting W's.
Yeah, no, it's a good payoff to that guy being a running gag in the show.
Yeah, he has courage.
We had a similar thing like this in the Tea Time that came out today.
About who in Code Geass?
No, it was a Gavan Infinity guy. There's
I see.
Kayasu voiced joke robot detective who's like a joke. And his thing is like, he's more self-important in his view of himself versus the protagonist, who's the actual protagonist.
No,
but he has a good moment in his own focus episode. And I made the joke like, he gets a moment to be an actual good cop, asterisk, ACAB, but in the fiction of the show.
Yeah.
I'm now envisioning Rolo and Daichi hanging out.
Oh my god. Rolo also is a little bit hung up on someone that he can't have.
Yeah. It is funny talking about Kogias now that they follow up Lelouch trying to force himself onto Cullen, and then she slaps him and runs away, to Rolo just immediately going up to him to try and kiss him.
Code Geass is insane.
It is.
And I was like, they're not going to actually do that, but they will skirt up to the line.
Yeah. Code Geass is an insane anime. And R1 and R2 are insane in, like, unique ways.
Yes.
Wow.
But I will discover that more.
You will discover
Oh, you're in
more.
the thick of it now.
Yeah. Oh, look! We had less to say about those 48 episodes that I thought, just based on our previous discussions. In part because it's like retreading old ground, and in part because like, is this season just more straightforward than the other one? I don't know. We'll see.
I think Red and I are thinking of like 40 different things, and probably not even the same 40 things.
I know. I'm thinking about. I'm gonna message you about the specific thing I'm thinking about.
Excellent. It's not like the Yuffie thing where I was like, well, I can guess which one of that is.
Yeah. Packed show. Yeah, that's
really. Geass is the wing that never was.
See,
that's very true.
I
up to including actually delivering on the school stuff.
I did have so when my ex and I watched this show, we did kind of settle on like this does feel like Riverdale adjacent for the genre.
Yes. Oh man,
Riverdale.
Oh, it kind of is. That's like that's kind of the mode it's working in.
Oh my god.
That's so good because I've been, people have been calling, because the Code Geass comparison of the era is Death Note, and I'm like,
yes.
Death Note is the Hannibal of anime.
Suzaku's trajectory is crazy.
Oh, Suzaku, man.
I really like him as like a Amuro pastiche. What a
Amuro / Kiriyamato pastiche.
Yes.
Bullying, knock it off. Racism, knock it off. Crime, don't do that. War is bad, leave it in the past.
Do we want to talk about believing in ourselves?
let's talk about going back to the 70s, going back to Return of Ultraman mode. It's episode 17 of Gridman, motherfuckers. It's called A Lonely Hacker.
Oh, you're a loser who has no friends? Don't believe you can stand up in your fucking wheelchair? So bad.
It's crazy the two different directions this episode goes with this, and how good one of them is, and how terrible the other one is.
So, first of all, I was not expecting the lonely hacker of the title to not be who I thought it was.
To not be Takeshi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Takeshi also thinks this.
Yes.
Which is the good bit of the episode. Crisis! Ippei discovers the data for the Thunderjet has been stolen by a hacker calling themselves Sneaker, which is a good name for a hacker. I'm not gonna lie. Gridman is like, shucks, guys, I didn't know about hackers, otherwise I would have stopped this from happening. I think Gridman's a guy who leaves his front door unlocked. While Ippei argues with the hacker online, and is like, I'm gonna beat you up, Naoto merges with Gridman and goes to visit Sneaker. Gridman discovers Sneaker is a young boy in a wheelchair called Shigeru. Shigeru doesn't really buy the whole Gridman thing and turns his PC off. Naoto and Gridman return with the Thunderjet data, and Yuka discovers that Sneaker lives nearby. The gang visits Shigeru, and he's horrified at the prospect of Ippei wheeling him off to the park, but his older sister is delighted Shigeru might have friends, acquaintances, enemies, who knows? You can tell this girl isn't online because she's like, these kids probably mean well. At the park, Shigeru's sister explains Shigeru's tragic backstory. Ever since he was a small child, he knew he wanted to be inside on the computer. Then he was in an unrelated accident, and he wasn't even badly injured, and his doctor said there's nothing physically wrong with him, he should be able to walk, but he lacks belief in his ability to walk, and so he can't.
Because that's how it works.
Because that's how it works. And Naoto's like, that's crazy. I didn't think that's how it works. The trio have to leave when Shigeru has had enough of Ippei's pestering. Meanwhile, in the distance, over where the real shit is happening, Takeshi has been watching this whole thing. He caught wind of this Sneaker guy after he posted about his Gridman encounter on a school forum. Takeshi looked into Shigeru and was hopeful that he had discovered a comrade. But there's Shigeru in the park as the heroes of the show try to fix his problems. Why won't the heroes try to fix me for once? Takeshi is mad, so it's time to create a fake Anocillus and hack into, generally, the computer network, for Japan, and turn people accessing it into brainwashed hackers under Khan Digifa's direction. The plan begins, and Shigeru and many others become brainwashed hackers and set about destroying computers in Japan. Naoto merges with Gridman and heads in to fight Anocillus, but with the power of brainwashed computer hackers, Gridman's feet get locked in place. Ippei discovers the Thunderjet's data is corrupted and missing a wing. Similar things have happened to all the assist weapons, so when they deploy and combine to become the God Xenon robot, the robot doesn't quite work right and gets its shit wrecked by fake Anocillus. God Xenon is destroyed. Gridman uses the sword to end fake Anocillus's mind control, and Shigeru comes to his senses and realizes Gridman is real. He uses his hacking powers for good, sending Yuka a program that will end the status effect on Gridman. Gridman is freed, and he destroys a fake Anocillus with a rider kick beam combo. After the battle, Gridman visits Shigeru and tells him, "You saved my legs, so I'll save yours. Stand up. You know you can." And eventually, Shigeru is able to stand.
After
later,
Gridman does a beam or something, unless he just
Gridman does a beam. He's like, "You could, if you just believe in yourself, and also I magically fix you a bit, you'll be fine." But he doesn't. He magically gives him
energy
belief
or something, I think.
Yeah. Oh well. Later, Shigeru was in the park playing with his new friends. In the
Soccer
distance,
specifically, or sorry, football.
Yes. Yes. Come on.
Yeah, it's the FIFA Cup is happening right now.
Yeah, your country is hosting the football.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm not even keeping track this year. All I know is England are doing okay, I think.
Mid.
I have a work client who the company they work for. So it's a store run by a husband-wife team, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna give out World Cup tickets," and they gave the husband a ticket, but not the wife. And she was like, "Yeah, I let him go, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm real pissed about it." I'm like, as you should be. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the guy? So the Congo's in the World Cup, and Democratic Republic of Congo is in the World Cup, and there's been a guy that came as part of their delegation, who he stands posed in the crowd as I can't remember his name, the first president of independent.
Lumumba.
That's the one. The guy who got assassinated.
Yeah.
The guy who gave that speech directly to Leopold. He like stands completely still for the whole game, in like the pose of the statue. They're not letting him back into the country because of visa issues.
Well, of course.
And it's like that's an expression of the times.
Needs to be said, assassinated by the Belgians and Americans, and then melted in acid.
I didn't know about melted in acid.
Yeah, like it was all that was left was his teeth, and like after like the Mobutu, who like couped him and renamed the country Zaire for like a hot minute, was kicked out. They'd like, I think, asked the Belgians to give his teeth back or something, so they could like actually do a memorial to him or something. I don't know.
That's fucking crazy.
Belgium is a crazy country. As like they didn't exist until like 30 years before, and somehow got like a big chunk of Central Africa. And also are just like, stitched together the Catholic parts of French-speaking and Dutch-speaking Low Countries.
Mm-hmm. They have Belgium has really kept its sort of record clean in Europe. they sort of like they sort of pass Belgium off as the little nice guy.
Which is why, the EU is able to be based there. An organization with no issues whatsoever.
No. None at all. Everyone's favorite game dev, Belgium. Larian.
Oh.
Everyone loves them. When I hear about Larian's treatment of there's maybe I shouldn't talk. There's some insane shit about like character redesigns with Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh.
And I'm like, Belgian moment.
Tintin.
Wow. Tintin. Yeah, classic. This episode. Did I finish the summary?
Yes. Yeah, he's playing football.
No, I didn't finish the summary. We got interrupted by football.
There's one very important final stinger for this episode.
Is in the distance, Takeshi watches and wonders why the heroes won't pay him any attention when they're willing to change the heart of someone like Shigeru. Is there something especially like evil and wrong with me? The end.
Though I am surprised he like clocked that. Like, is this the episode where he finds out that the heroes are the heroes?
I was wondering that.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. Because, like, narratively, that's what's happening. But as a character, he doesn't actually know that they're... Does he know that they're the Gridman people?
I can't tell. But then there's a part too where like he's investigating the hacker. I think like early on there's like a scene of him watching everyone else, like as they're taking him to the park for the first time or something.
Yeah, he's I think it's because he overhears Sneaker. What coincidence that the hacker also lives in their city, by the way. But...
Yeah, and that was where I was like, wait, I thought he wasn't supposed to know exactly who they were. So I was wondering that too. I was like, is this? How much does he? Well, does he know?
I guess he latches onto that group because Yuka's in that group, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so like he can identify those three, but I don't think he knows. But I don't think he thinks of this as like Gridman saving Shigeru. I think he thinks of this as like those kids from school are willing to like help Shigeru.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Spend time with him, but not me. Everyone ignores me.
And then he gives a really poorly acted like why scream in his room.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. Where is Padme? Is she okay?
Yeah, actually, I as we alluded to, I like the Takeshi stuff this episode. I think those beats are pretty good. I'm surprised this late into the game we're going back to this particular trope maybe stronger than ever.
Mel, would you like to hit a button you haven't hit in a very long time?
I gotta hit the button.
I believe in medical. Miracle!
Ultraman, thank you!
Thank you, Ultraman. Not Ultraman this time, Gridman. But
I gotta fucking find
Mel.
the counter thing.
Yeah, you gotta up that counter. I think we kind of forgot that shit. I was just like, we know Ultraman doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah,
they had their phase.
The moment I saw there was a kid in a wheelchair, I was like, all right, medical miracle incoming.
Yeah. It's on its way. Yeah, this is like the worst we've had it in a long time with disability.
Yeah, this is a case of like, you should know better by now.
Surely.
And like, I think they also so much of this is made worse to me because they specifically like directly tie it in with the ads because he's a weird loser freak who wants to be on the computer instead of outside and walking. You know,
which is a crazy thing to say in Gridman, the show about being on the computer.
And also,
how the
bizarre...
thing that unites these three kids is the computer. Yeah, you go.
It makes this bizarre dichotomy too of like, do they just think that like, oh yes, all these nerds who would rather be inside and online, like they don't even wish that they had like the freedom of bodily autonomy because they just want to stay inside all day. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's crazy.
The counter for medical miracles is now at 25.
25. It's been a long time since 24. I can't remember when it was.
That's shockingly That's honestly that's higher than I would have expected.
That is way higher than I expected. I did not remember we got that high.
The other day, I was listening to a pod about Ultra Q, the original one, and I remembered Pagos was the first medical miracle.
Oh, that's a really because I can't remember the character, but they just stand up right at the end, just kind of
I think I remember that was one where I had to like retroactively add it to the counter later. Because we didn't start the counter until like
we didn't understand there was a form happening. Will we ever get one of these episodes as good as the episode where what's the name of the woman from Ace who gets
Yuko Minami?
Yeah, Minami. When Minami throws that girl off, like pushes her wheelchair down a hill. Insane. Great episode.
That's the secret. Yuko Minami was actually in Mac and Me all along.
I was trying to remember the name of the stupid movie.
Conan O'Brien do the Bunmei line.
Not again.
Bunmei Not Again is forever for me. That's getting so much use. I'm always doing Bunmei Not Again. The specifics with Shigeru are just so stupid and unpleasant, and just feel so antithetical to the show Gridman.
Also, one I did notice. Oh yeah, Ippei's thing really is women. That's happened. We locked it in now.
Yeah.
But also too, like the stuff he's doing with Shigeru, even like no, it's just horrible. That's just like a terrible thing to do. Like, you know.
I feel like there's so much added salt in the wound that we immediately go from, oh, he's standing out to, oh, he's playing sports and running around. It really was just in his head the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
he doesn't even need to do any kind of like rehab for his legs
No.
or anything. He's just got it in him. He's playing in the World Cup this year. He's in that clip of the Japanese national team of like 3 players from the Japanese national team playing against 100 small children. Which I will send to you two later because it's amazing.
For whatever reason, Brad saying "It's all in your head" reminded me of Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz.
Clint Eastwood, what? Sorry,
by the Gorillaz.
yeah.
Oh right, yes.
Which I guess makes sense because also, you know, finally someone on the anime, etc. So
Ippei is
on
like,
brand. I thought I was like, oh, Mel is referring to some real Clint Eastwood thing.
yeah, I know. I
About
remember. I'm not
Clint
the Western
Eastwood, the
person.
man.
Ippei's like, I'm useless, but not for long.
Yeah, it's because they talk about like good computers and bad computers, and bad computers is when, like you say, is when you have no interest in playing football. And it's like, okay,
Good
fuck
computers.
you.
Good computers is when you insert a new SSD with your friends in the room for some reason.
Yeah.
I put in a new SSD this weekend alone because I guess I'm a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're evil coded.
I'm evil.
Khan Digifa's gonna get his hooks in you.
Mm-hmm.
The Anocillus thing is really funny because they want to reuse the kaiju, and what happens is Khan Digifa is like, wait, isn't that Anocillus, like the one you didn't make? And Takeshi is like, no, this is fake Anocillus. It's different. In that I made it this time. It's basically the same kaiju.
Yeah.
And instead of doing sound powers, it uses its weird waves to like brainwash people into hacking. Which I think this show has resorted to brainwashing a couple too many times.
Yeah.
I think I think it's like cheap when the show is theoretically about like, because like there have been a couple times where Takeshi has been brainwashed, but Takeshi really does just feel those things. And so I last week we had the whole thing where like Yuka was shooting people, trying to gun down Ippei. And it's like, well, yeah, this is like an expression of like how she feels about Ippei right now. And Ippei and Naoto at the minute. She's also brainwashed, but that's kind of like a practical thing where it's like she can't not be brainwashed.
Yeah.
Really, otherwise she has to know what she's doing.
This guy could have
but
just had a change of heart if they really committed to it.
I think it's a little lazy. Spend less time on the wheelchair thing and more time on his bitterness and like him not really thinking about the people on the other end of his hacking as real people or whatever.
And then you can make it like they can be more of a foil to Takeshi.
Yeah. Theoretically, the idea of a hacker meets the people that he fucked over is like a perfectly good bit for this show to do, but it just prioritizes the wheelchair thing in a way that just erases that. You just skip past the whole step of like, yeah, you fucked us over, and we're here to ask you to like, please don't do that. It's a wasted opportunity, and I think the thing they do instead.
It's
sucks.
like the normal. It's like the normal expectation of this being a Gridman plot is like a foot in the door, so we could do a '70s Ultraman plot. It's
crazy.
Kind of weird.
They just felt like it. They just woke up feeling like 20 years younger.
They chose violence.
They just woke up was like, man, remember the Showa era?
Yeah, the one that just ended 4 years
A couple
earlier.
years ago. Yeah. No, the height of the Showa era, when we were really in it. No, not that height of the Showa era, the other one. not that early. Tug's collar. Who made this episode?
This episode was made by Hirochika Muraishi. Oh wait, no. Whoops, I fucked up. This one is by a new guy who I'm excited to talk about. Teruyoshi Ishii. And then written by Yasushi Hirano. Now, this guy, the director, is also going to be with us for directing episode 18. But there's not too much on him. Like he worked on a bunch of Ultraman stuff after this. But the big thing that he kind of made a splash for is he made a mockumentary horror film written by Konaka in 1988 called Psychic Vision Jagenrei, which has subs and I do want to watch now that I know about it. It was like a direct-to-video release, but it's about, like, it starts out as a documentary, quote-unquote, about, like, an idol releasing a new song, and then, like, shit starts to get spooky, and they're like, wait, everyone who, like, worked on this died years ago, actually. And it's apparently notable for being a foundational work of the J-horror boom of the 90s. Like, it kind of predated that. But then also, too, it's notable for being one of the list of movies that has the honor of kind of doing the Blair Witch thing before Blair Witch. Alongside, like, Ghost Watch.
I've been hearing a lot about Ghost Watch recently.
Ghost Watch is really good.
Though it might be just because, Emily has watched it recently and talked about it on various podcasts.
It's Ghost Watch is really fucking good. I like it more than Blair Witch.
I have no opinion on this matter.
Oh, did you ask what Ghost Watch is?
Yeah.
This is a thing that...
I was surprised you wouldn't know, because it's a British thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it is a 1992, fake news broadcast that was on BBC One on Halloween night. And they were
that's classic.
And they're like, oh, we're investigating this house that's allegedly haunted, and shit starts to go really bad. And it caused like a national panic because people thought it was real and started calling the cops and shit. Yeah. It's really good. I still think in terms of like the found footage like type of thing, it is way better at pacing it than I think most even like modern attempts to like kind of capture that energy are, and it really does just feel like a real BBC broadcast, which is what's wild about it. It's
Parkinson
great.
Is in this. Oh, okay.
I highly recommend watching it. It's a great time.
Okay. Mel. Oh wait, Brad, were you done?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, Mel.
Suit actors, Gridman, Hiroki Okano, God Zenon, Kunitoshi Endo, Fake Anocillus, Toshi Miyake. I'm sure you can tell once they start reusing kaiju, it's harder to comment on trivia.
Yes. It's just the kaiju again.
Hey, it's this guy.
God Zenon's gone.
He's fucking dead.
Fucking
Rest in
dead.
He's just like
Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking Transformers movie-ass moment.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get a Devil Zenon?
Oh, that would be great. I want a Devil Zenon. Is it like an evil Ippei episode?
Oh, ooh. That'd be good.
Evil
Ippei
Ippei
gets
be
possessed
like,
by Khan
I like
Digital.
men.
That he would. Evil
Damn.
Ippei. Anything else to say about this episode? I guess we didn't really talk much about the Takeshi thing. We just kind of.
I mean, it feels like it's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, at the start of this season, we were like, well, obviously they're gonna help Takeshi at the end. They're gonna turn him good, and then we were briefly struck by the fact that wait, but Tsuburaya is sometimes just crazy. And so what if they don't? What if he gets banished to some abyss with Khan Digifer?
Yeah.
And this episode is a nice, encouraging note of, no, don't worry, we know. We know the whole thing with this show is that Takeshi is alone and needs help.
Proving that maybe it is easy to write television after all.
Perhaps.
If you know what you're doing.
If you know what you're doing.
Which is not
and
always
they don't
clear.
always. Yeah. In that case, we can talk about... I'll go for it.
I was gonna say, worst Twitter guy you know voice. This all wouldn't have happened if Takeshi had a third place.
Yeah. Well.
What?
A third place. Have friends and social contact.
Third place? What's...
Oh, this is a whole thing. It's hold on, I don't remember what place number 1 and 2 are, but
Home, school.
a third, yeah, home and work or school. It's a thing coined by some sociologists. This is in tandem with a lot of people discussing walkable city stuff. I feel is that there's also a people noticing a lack of accessible third places for people in modern society. They then tie in with, the socio-political issues and turmoil that we now see.
Yeah, because everything you need to
Pay for it.
You have to pay for it, yeah.
Or you can't get to because you don't have a vehicle because you need to pay for the vehicle.
Yeah, because
Speaking
suburbs are
of...
evil.
I'll go for it.
Let's
No,
just
you
say
go.
suburbs are evil.
Is a mummy exhibit a third place?
Speaking of the sociological issues of our times, let's talk about the episode about a 5,000-year-old mummy that falls in love with Yuka.
Me reaching this episode, finally.
Episode 18, The Legend of Dragon. Everyone's excited to...
Not to be confused with the JRPG of a similar name with one O removed.
Uh-huh. Everyone's excited to visit The Legend of Dragon. Everyone's excited to visit a 5,000-year-old Chinese mummy, and Ippei seems to know a lot about the Chinese dragon motifs that are all over this exhibition. In front of everyone, parents included, Kana says, "Wow, it would be great if you knew anything useful, but I guess you and Naoto are too busy skipping school." So Naoto and Ippei aren't going to see the mummy after all. They're stuck at home pretending to study. Yuka has also been learning fun stuff about this mummy, though, and now, one of two things is happening. And from the subs, it's not clear to me which is happening. Either she's like, there's this one mummy who could control dragons and he was going to marry a princess, but her parents were scared of his power, so they poisoned him and then she killed herself. Or she says, this specific mummy we're going to see is that dragon-controlling mummy. It's unclear to me which is true, even though one of them makes more sense when she arrives and starts going, "You must be dreaming about your princess," to the 5,000-year-old dead guy in a glass case. Takeshi took one look at this mummy on TV and was like, "I sense a 5,000-year-old grudge. I don't know."
He's an empath.
He's an empath. He's getting the Will Graham swipes across the screen when he looks at the mummy. He sends Mecha Bagheera into the museum computers, doing analysis on the mummy, and fucking revives him like Frankenstein. The mummy breaks out of his case and starts attacking people. But
not the TV crew. Importantly,
Not the
he
TV
seems
crew.
to have mercy for them. He's like, oh, they're going to record my wacky antics.
Yeah, he's like, get my good side.
They also notably do nothing to help anyone in this entire situation.
No, they're here to get the shot. Yeah, the mummy seems focused on Yuka. Kana and Daichi are like, maybe he thinks you're his princess. And I'm like, that's crazy. But it seems maybe true. Naoto sees the resurrected mummy on the news, and his mother says, Daichi is there. And I don't know what she thinks is happening when Naoto immediately heads over to Ippei's place.
I was also thinking this.
Is she like, no, that's the wrong way? Naoto merges with Gridman and fights Mecha Bagheera. Mecha Bagheera's got a homing boomerang attack that's giving Gridman problems. Ippei's feeling stuck without the ability to create God Zenon anymore because it was destroyed last episode, but he very quickly devises a dragon-themed flamethrower, proving that it's useful to know about dragons, actually. Despite the fact that really it's useful to know about flamethrowers, I guess. Also, end of an era, the flames are CG. Tsuburaya are not burning money on real flamethrowers anymore. Meanwhile, Yuka manages to evade death by breaking through to the mummy. Yuka tells him his princess killed herself shortly after his death, and that she's waiting for him in the afterlife. Gridman wins the fight, and the mummy returns to the realm of the dead. Later, Yuka is looking at a photo of the mummy, and Ippei and Naoto both tell her, hey, forget about the past, look to the future, like one of us. And they jokingly fight each other over who would be better for Yuka, while Yuka looks at the photo. The narrator says that this mummy might have wanted to show us the power of love, and with the mummy's help, Yuka could get a feeling for that timeless romance. The end. So...
This is the one episode of this show I knew about.
You knew about this episode?
Yes.
I didn't know shit. So yeah, the 5,000-year-old mummy is just like completely nonsensical for a Gridman plot.
No, this is incredible. This has nothing to do with computers.
Absolutely nothing.
He's
a dead guy.
This is the era where computers just means magic.
Computers is just magic. Computers is also... You know what? This is Yu-Gi-Oh! This is cyberpunk, ancient mummies shit. I do have one quick comment about... I say a quick comment. It's what the whole episode is about. It shouldn't just be a quick comment. So this episode is like the tragic romance of this mummy and like his dead girlfriend, that he sees Yuka and is like, oh, that's my dead girlfriend. And I'm like, I don't know what your dead girlfriend actually looked like, but that's surely not. But
listen, his eyes are dried out.
Yeah, his eyes probably really decayed. You know, his
eyes are really bad.
Got a couple of K's behind him in terms of year count on the necrosis there.
The actual like mummy breaking out and stalking around it does not get enough emphasis, I think, because like there's also the computer world combat thing going on, and I'm like, what do we... No, go back to the mummy. What are you doing? Ippei's got his little arc about the dragon flamethrower, and I'm like, I don't give you no. Go back to Yuka telling the mummy that actually your girlfriend killed herself.
I also
and
love
it's a
that
big tragic romance.
This mummy has a signature move of bending someone over and slamming their back really hard to make them fall to the ground. He does it like 4 times.
It's like the G-Cucks, like it's the reverse of the G-Cucks arched back.
Yes.
Laser dodge.
Yeah.
I think I like this episode, maybe?
I do
don't
too.
know.
Yeah.
It's goofy, it does not fit at all with the show that they have made, but I like it a lot.
I think by the end, I realize this is not what the show is doing. But and that simply it is like my view of the world simply does not align with the view of the world of the people writing the show. However, in that open space, that open gap of lack of understanding, I simply have to view this as like I'm the cop cocking his head at these 3 kids going like, what's going on here? Because like at the end here, I'm like, this is a completely baffling scene if they aren't all kind of in a relationship.
The polycule.
Yeah. I was like, they're like openly telling her, hey, you should pick between one of us. I'm like, what? Crazy. So I'm just gonna continue watching this show as though this is actually a polycule. Which isn't true.
Is the Ultra Q guys trio not polycule?
Close enough.
Close enough.
I could see it.
Maybe Ippei and what's her name?
Yuriko.
I'd forgotten the name. Maybe Ippei and Yuriko aren't a thing. I'm like it's interesting. I think the contest happening there is between Yuriko and Ippei for the affection of Jun.
Honestly, as it should be. I think everyone should be fighting over Jun at all times.
Yeah.
I remember
he's
he
like,
threw
why,
a throwing knife
what?
at a giant spider like it was another
Yes.
fucking day on the job.
He's just fucking ready to throw down at all times.
Extremely not no. He would have handled this, no problem.
No fucking problem. He would have had that mummy sorted.
He would have like grabbed him by the shoulder. He's like, "You ever just think about getting over it?"
God, the moment in the Ultra Q movie. Yeah, like Bennett Foddy. The moment in the Ultra Q movie where they all finally see the supernatural shit, and Ippei and Yuriko are panicking, and Jun's like, "Well, okay, we're gonna do this all ourselves. We're gonna go find the robot again." Again. Takeshi just detects that this mummy might be mad. It's ridiculous.
You know, lost souls can identify one another even beyond the boundaries of this mortal coil.
Absolutely. I do think it's fun that obviously this is a boys be like, girls be like moment. However, I do think it's a fun boys be like, girls be like moment when Ippei is like, knows about the dragons from like gaming.
Yes.
and then Yuka is like, yeah, I know this one specific story about like a doomed romance.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah.
I do like how she's like, you know, if someone I love died, I probably would also kill myself.
And the guy driving the car has to keep driving the car like that wasn't an insane statement.
Yes, I did also notice that. She drops it so nonchalantly. It is insane.
And if I'm that guy driving, I've got to be like, is there a way that I can politely tell the two smaller children that that's not a normal thing to say? That's not a normal thing to think at all. It's really funny. But yeah, Yuka is, as the narrator said, Yuka is left wondering about romance as her.
This is how Yuka's talking about the myth in the car.
Yes. Did you know that even with seatbelts, people die all the time in car crashes? I thought that was interesting. That is the vibe in the car. I do. There is something sort of bleak about the show presenting Yuka's two options as Ippei and Naoto at the end. There is, something like, it's inevitable. It'll be one of these guys, and I'm like, maybe there's like an incel redemption for Takeshi we can get, and you can get a happy ending. I don't know. Who made this episode?
So this was once again directed by Teruyoshi Ishii. Teruyoshi. Oh yeah, Teruyoshi Ishii, and then written by Kazuhiko Goto. Oh. I just saw the episode title for episode 19.
Can we get a teaser on episode 19? What's the title of episode? Oh no, I do know the title of episode 19.
What's the title?
A sexy policewoman in trouble.
The next time on the next time ons are no longer subtitled in the Toku HD subs. I don't have subtitles for the next time previews. However, when the next time preview started playing for episode 19, the first thing that happens is Yuka goes, sexy idol. I lost it. Wow.
Suit actors.
Mal.
Gridman Hiroki Okano, Mecha Bagura Toshio Miyake, and the Mummy is played by Hiroshi Ishimaru.
Fantastic. What else is there to say about this episode?
It's funny.
Yeah.
It is
insane
funny.
Episode.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Again, the continuity of this show is interesting. They have actually cycled out a toy. They've been like, the reason they don't use that toy anymore is because it got broken.
They blew it up.
It blew up.
I actually believe all 4 of its limbs were severed and then it blew up. Very definitive ending.
Damn, drawing quartered.
Yeah.
Like
the Legend of the Dragon.
Like the Legend of the Dragon.
Like the Legend of the Penis.
So true.
Do you think that's playing at the Millennial Burger joint?
That's playing at the Millennial Burger joint. I don't know if that made it into the episode.
It did not. It extremely did not. I was not recording shit.
We were not recording when we talked about the Millennial Burger.
It's because you sprung it on me. Brad sprung it on me the moment I entered the call, so I never tried to sabotage it.
It's because I've been thinking about it all morning.
We do things a little differently, right?
Just created by 2 guys with a crazy dream.
I do hate those fucking chairs. Just have normal chairs.
Oh, break the rustic aesthetic if it wasn't the most uncomfortable stools you've ever sat on in your life.
That's gonna be Gridman. We're talking about Millennial Burger joints.
It's better than the Star Wars
prequels. I have to repost these images because now that they're in the discussion, I have to include them in the MGIR.
That's true. That is true. I see you're getting the order right. I understand. I understand. Is there any Star Wars prequel thing we can wedge in here for no reason? Yes. Oh man, the millennial burger joint of Dexter Jensen. The economy's not great these days. He's got to try to rebrand a little. Nah, he's an institution.
Naming meals after the Star Wars prequels. The High Ground Burger.
The High Ground Burger. Yeah.
Thank you, gun rig.
I was Brad reminded me I had referred to someone verging on maybe doing a slightly racist accent as doing the full Nemoidian.
I still think it's fucked up how they were like, oh yeah, we want to do a pastiche of Newt Gingrich. What's he gonna sound like? That.
It's funny, my go-to is always the the fake Irish accent for Qui-Gon.
Oh, in the fucking in Dooku Jedi Lost. Yes. It's so bad.
I think I have not heard firsthand, but
I have. It's rough. It's rough. I don't know why they did that.
I have heard the audiobook version of man trying to sound like Mara Jade and not making her the most annoying person.
Oh no. Man, Mara Jade. When she points a gun at a Nogri because she's 2 books behind and no one's told her anything.
I've had it worse than you have.
I've had, when your planet got blown up, that's not as bad as when Luke killed the Emperor.
She doesn't know that he's off somewhere building a fucking 50 billion Star Destroyers or whatever.
This is what I'm saying. New Star Wars trilogy about and Mara Jade is in it. And we now reframe her backstory as she's just off screen in Rise of Skywalker, trying to help the Emperor with his clone plan.
It is crazy to me that they Disney shot down the Kylo Ren movie everyone on board wanted to do because they're no, he's dead. And meanwhile, you have the Boba Fett show and fucking the Dead speak in Fortnite.
It's sort of Adam Driver is this is not everyone else's fault. It is not everyone. It is not John Boyega's fault that John Boyega isn't able to do good work in the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
I've seen John Boyega in good movies.
Unfortunately, I think the only movies I've seen him in are the 2 Star Wars sequels I saw and Pacific Rim 2.
Oh, you gotta watch Attack the Block so you can.
Yeah,
see.
Attack the Block. Hey, settle my birthday.
Watch Naruto.
Attack the Block is so good. Extremely British movie.
I just love him telling that kid to go home and watch Naruto.
It's
so
good.
Fucking funny.
It's good. Well, that's Gridman.
Baby Dan Dan.
Color timers?
Give me a second.
No.
That's what
You've
the
got to have
section's all
color
about.
timers on my desk by the end of the day.
Episode 16, 7 minutes, 23 seconds. Episode 17, 55 seconds, and then another 7 minutes, 37 seconds later. God's End gets 1 minute, 9 seconds. Episode 18 is 7 minutes, 3 seconds.
Nice. Excellent. Well, that's going to be Gridman for this week. We'll be taking a quick musical break, and we will be back to talk about anything else. here to talk about anything else. I'm gonna quickly start because mine's quick. Mine's very quick. I played a video game.
Yeah.
That I don't know why. I've had it for a while. I got it on sale, and I was just like, I'm just gonna play this video. It's a short video game. I'm just gonna play it. So first person in a long time who has played The Order 1886.
Hey, hunt down those werewolves.
I hunt those half-breeds, thank you.
Oh.
The Order 1886 is interesting because it is kind of two different video games that exist now. It's the cinematic, like, third-person shooter, right? But it's not a Last of Us, really. It's, like, way more cinematic. And it's not, like, an Uncharted, because it's not, like, a platformer. It does have, like, some, like, segments where you shimmy across a thing. But they're really slow, because that's not what the game is. The game is about, like, kind of capturing a tone, and it kind of does that well. It's got a really good photo mode. I played around with that. I like Gravity Rush 2. I like taking photos of the. I'm not very good at it, but there's I took a couple of photos in The Order 1886 because I was like, this does look quite nice. It's about like it's about gruff knights. It's about Arthurian knights in like steampunk England. And they're hunting werewolves, and I don't necessarily think the story is like good or anything. It did surprise me at the end because like it kind of wanted sequels, and so there's all these like threads kind of left dangling at the end, right? All these characters left like just before, like in the middle of arcs or something, and then all these like other ideas about like there's this rebellion going on, there's this an East India Company analog that is still doing shit. There's you know who Jack the Ripper is, but he's still on the loose. You haven't caught him.
Yeah, I haven't met Sugimoto yet.
Yeah, that's true. He has to go to Japan. He has to go to Hokkaido. God, Kamui's so stupid.
Oh, hold on a second. We're good.
We're good. Okay, everything's fine. And because the game it wants to do those things in sequels, and it never got those sequels, the ending of The Order 1886 is sort of like a nice surprise, because it focuses in on like this one like personal rivalry and like the arc of the main character.
Not that one.
And not that one, and his relationship with the Order. And it's just like this, little surprising thing, because in games like this, where I'm normally like, well, obviously you're gonna you're gonna action hero your way to saving the world from all its problems, and they don't do that because you never leave. The British Empire is real, and you never leave London, and thing I didn't expect from The Order 1886: a deliberate use of race. There are like a couple of Indian characters in this game who are like explicitly in London helping organize like rebellion. I don't necessarily think it's like impressive. I don't think it's like a clever game, but it was just sort of, I'm like, when I see like steampunk Britain shooter, I don't expect the game to be conscious of the imperial element there. In the way that I think the Order 1886 maybe is. What's up?
My recording just stopped for a second. Just
Okay, we'll just pause.
I gotta hit record again. Will it let me? Okay, we're good. We'll just do a clap at the end, I assume. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's that's but there's also like tons of quick time events in this game in like a really really involved way, in like a pre Until Dawn kind of way, right?
Yeah.
Like because like
This is
you've
the
got
one aside from the length, which I remember people really ribbing on it for when it came out. This is the one thing I always remember people taking the piss out of this game for, was like QTE City was how I heard it described.
It's QTE City, absolutely, but also it's like got like little, they aren't very deep, but like little like mini games, right? For like fighting, there's a bit halfway through the game where you get to duel a werewolf, and it's a prelude to the final fight against your rival, where you're in a knife fight with a guy who's turned into a werewolf. And it's not, I don't think the gameplay is very interesting, but like it's this little mechanical element to what is, it's just supposed to be, yeah, we had some like action animation, and when you press a button it happens. And so like, the Heavy Rain had, the David Cage games had already been gone. I would say that this game was like very QTE City. I would say the games that actually kind of like capitalize on the QTE game, the QTE stuff these days, it's alive and well in the Until Dawn people who have been making that kind of game for ages. They're making an Until Dawn 2. I should play The Quarry. That one's about werewolf.
Yeah, I watched it for the stream.
you
It was a good time.
Play Resident Evil 8 Village. That one's but
I can't. Obviously, I understand why everyone ribbed on the Order 1886 being really short. However, I can't imagine wanting this game to be longer. It's a interactive movie. I'm like, whatever. There's some decent shooting. The shotguns are good in this game. There's a really good shotgun. The coach gun. It's fucking great. Fucking nukes a whole half of the room and then because like you pick it up and it says it's got 3 shots in the 3 shots loaded, and then you fire 1 shot and then he reloads because it fired all 3 in one. And I was like, hell yeah. Video games. But yeah, I'm not, this isn't like the redemption of the Order 1886. I was just like, yeah, I'll play that video game. I'm bored. And then it was done. And that's me.
To be honest, I haven't done anything besides Code Geass, really.
That's allowed. Hey, dear listener, there's a podcast about that. QT Time.
Yeah. R2.
The R2 podcast, the first one is already up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mel woke up that day and she was like, "Why am I late? I'm late for school, but I have to record my podcast." And we're like, something's amiss here. The last time there was a podcast, Mel was about to shoot someone. I had to remember what the stinger was.
Yeah, I was like, is he gonna stick the landing?
Speaking of
Mel had the microphone spin kicked out of her hands.
Yeah. It is very funny that's how that resolves.
When you're actually done with the show, I can send you the video of the compilation of Subaru spinning set to You Spin Me Right Round, baby. Right round.
A classic.
What is going on with my fucking...
Is it busted again? I had forgotten that it wasn't set to the 80s song. It's set to Flow Rider.
No.
Remember Flow Rider? What's he up to?
I think the last... Yeah, Flow Rider was on that Street Fighter 4 song. That's the last time I thought of Flow Rider.
Oh. He's 46 years old.
That's... Oh, no. Oh, he's going to be in Milwaukee next week. And by next week, I mean 5 days from now. I could go see him.
Damn. Are you going to?
No.
I was going to say, hello, Mel. Yeah. Oh, nice.
That's
well, I
good.
mean, if it's not, we also have the backup, so
Yeah.
don't worry. Generally, our backup is okay. Oh, that's right. Flow Rider. I knew about this and couldn't acknowledge it because I was deliberately not watching Eurovision at the time. He represented San Marino in the 2021 Eurovision Song Contest.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Who's asking this? Google.
Is Flow Rider Republican or Democrat? I mean, I gotta look to my idols before I think about who I'm voting for. Do they mean Florida?
Maybe they do.
I'm recording now again.
Alright, sick. We had some technical difficulties.
Oh,
We're back.
apparently a month ago he performed at Trump's America 250 concert. This is
Well, that's the answer. He's Republican.
yeah.
Who could we be talking about? Dearest listener. Who knows? Mel, we got onto Flow Rider because I realized that the Spin Zaku video I was thinking of is not set to the 80s song, it's set to Flow Rider.
I see. Unfortunate.
It is what it is. You said you didn't have anything because of Code Geass.
Yeah, I'd like just, it was a difficult week for me to do things.
Yeah. Which means, Brad, what you been up to?
I've been in airplane mode. I can't connect to the Wi-Fi. No. So, I did it. I have installed, let me get the name right. IL-2 Sturmovik, Battle of Stalingrad.
Oh my god!
I have rekindled the childhood fondness of flight sims that I had long ago. I'm back in the cockpit. I'm having a good time.
Hell
Shooting
yeah.
down Nazi bastards over the Battle of Stalingrad, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Landing a plane is hard.
Yeah.
Is it a little bit more serious than Ace Combat?
Yes. Oh, yes. So I think the moment where I went, oh yeah, no, this makes sense. Well, first of all, I mean, obviously World War II, you're not locking on with missiles, right?
No.
But the first dogfight I did, I got shot. It was like a jousting thing. We were like flying at each other straight on, and I just got shot in the face and died. You just shoot out the cockpit with one lucky shot. It's all it takes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have things like realistic ammo count. So it's like, hey, a mission can be you fly out and you harass people with your machine gun fire. Maybe you shoot a few down, maybe you don't. And when you're out of ammo, well, what are you doing around here? Go back to base.
You don't have like 80 missiles tucked somewhere in that plane.
No, you have a couple different guns. You can equip bombs and stuff that you can drop, and the weight will factor into how your plane performs. They also are really big on simulating wind and weather conditions. Let me tell you, for shits and giggles, on one of the quick start missions, I was like, let me turn the weather all the way to, like, go fuck yourself mode. Oh, God. Fucking terrified. It's just like, I feel like the hand of God is trying to jerk me out of the sky in any given direction. Like, it is like, why? Also, I should just say, too, after, being used to Ace Combat, and then getting a really hyper-realistic sim with a bunch of different toggles for realism and stuff, just acknowledging the fact that 1940s aviation technology feels like an anomaly of physics. You're in a sheet metal construction that has no business being that high up in the air and, like, letting you come back down alive.
According to all known laws of aviation.
Yeah. Honestly, let me tell you, I think that bee could take down some of these planes. Also,
Seinfeld at the Battle of Stalingrad.
I don't want to know what side he's fighting on.
What's the deal with Air Force rations? There is also something, and every simulator will run into this at some point. There is an oddity to the acknowledgement of sometimes, like, your audience wants you to commit to the realism, which sometimes also means if you're playing as the Soviets and you're in this plane and you're going up against a particular model of German plane, one-on-one, with no other outside factors, you're going to lose 9 times out of 10. Yes.
Because that's not how the Soviet Air Force won.
No, exactly. Yeah. So it's fascinating because sometimes it also just kind of becomes a horror game. It's interesting seeing how the AI reacts to things because, like, they're modeled to, like, kind of take into account the strengths of the plane as well, right? So when your squad is on patrol and you engage with, like, oh, there's another recon group that we're going to try to shoot down or, make sure it doesn't get too deep into our enemy lines or whatever, they start flying up into the sky because their planes are going to excel and be more maneuverable beyond that 2,000 like km or 2,000 meter like altitude line, and like the Soviet planes are just kind of fucked. Like you're barely going to be able to turn, and there's a lot of wind drag and stuff that they can't really handle at that level. So it's just kind of interesting seeing how the AI works, and also too just interesting stuff. Like I'm sure you would actually get where it's like if there's a plane that has one of its wings snapped off and is crashing to the ground and the dude's trying to land it, no one's gonna like chase it down to try to blow it up. That's just a waste of ammo. So you'll get like, oh, there's 2 aces above everyone else just like going to town. One shoots the other down, and then everyone fighting below them pauses the fight for like 5 seconds so that they can make way for this guy to land his plane because he's out of the fight. It's interesting. It's fun. I'm having a great time. I'm a few days in, so I've mostly been doing, they basically, what they do is that this engine, this version of the game, started with Battle of Stalingrad. They have a bunch of different World War II and World War I scenarios, and all of their little expansion passes are based off of one particular battle or event. And each of these is like a mini sandbox where you can partake in different operations and missions that would line up with what planes were in deployment at the time. But then, of course, there's a sandbox mode where, you can just pick a map and have anything fight against anything, right? Just for funsies. And I've mostly been playing around with that just to, get my bearings, remember how to, like, fly in these. I do still have the aim assist on because I have all knowledge of how ballistics work in the sky has left my brain, and I'm still trying to get reaccustomed to it. You have to lead a lot more than I remember you having to lead. This also might just be that the physics are better than the one I was playing when I was a kid. I have also learned that this franchise has changed hands a few times, apparently, since I last touched it. So it's now being made by, I believe, the same people that make War Thunder are making this version of IL-2. They also just came out with the game, I think this weekend, that I almost bought, and then I saw that apparently so it's early access, and I believe there's like AI placeholder stuff all over it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to touch that. But it's IL-2 Korea. And apparently the AI is really bad. So...
Wow.
Well, I should say the AI usage is really bad, and also the fake computer opponents
are also bad.
Are also really bad, and fly... I saw a Reddit post that said they fly like aliens. So I'm like, maybe I won't touch that one, if at all, or until they make a real video game. We'll see.
You mentioned this game, like, because the planes you have available to you are not like designed to go individually toe to toe with like German planes. Mm-hmm. It did remind me. I was like, well, is there any way to make a game that incorporates this kind of like these kind of like differences in the plane stuff, as like a video game where you're playing as one guy? And then I remembered Battle Stations Midway, which is a game where you can freely switch between ships, submarines, and planes in like a battle.
It's like the Diddy Kong Racing of...
It's the Diddy Kong Racing of the Pacific War.
Exactly.
Yes.
But yeah, it's fun. I think if I buy any more DLC, I think I want to fool around. So I already feel like I'm flying fake bullshit that shouldn't be able to fly in the World War II planes I've flown.
And so you're gonna try the World War I?
Yeah, I'm so curious what the fuck they handle like. I also know.
Hey, if you wanna try flying some real fake shit, Star Fox Switch 2 out now.
Oh, don't spoil my next game.
Hey.
But yeah, I think I might do World War I planes next, and also I might dust off the old VR headset, because apparently the VR support for this game, like iteration particular, is very good, and comes with many people saying maybe ease into it. You will throw up if you go hog wild and don't have any of the like comfort settings on. So I kind of want to give that a go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Star Fox 64 was a video game I loved dearly as a child. The Nintendo YouTubers were right about that one. They remade it.
You mean
Nintendo hired that man.
The Lilac Wars.
The Lilac Wars.
No,
yes.
No, it's fake Europe shit.
Fake Europe shit. God damn.
Yeah, like whiteness.
That's true.
The fine folks at Nintendo hired that man.
Yeah, they did.
They really did.
They really did.
This game's name infuriates me because it's just called Star Fox, despite the fact it's a remake of a game that
is not the
called
one that
Star
was called
Fox.
Star Fox.
Even if technically speaking, Star Fox 64 is also kind of a remake of that Star Fox.
Yes.
What if they called it Star Fox 2?
Oh, well, no.
Do you know about Star Fox 2?
No.
There was a sequel to Star Fox 2 that got canceled super deep into, like, I'm talking 90% done type shit, for the Super Nintendo, that had like a bunch of stuff from 64 in it, and then they canned it, but then the ROM leaked online. And then when Nintendo came out with their like, oh, we're putting stuff on, like all of our old classics on Switch, they just released the unfinished Star Fox 2 ROM, and they're like, Star Fox 2 is finally out.
Well, it was originally released as one of the games included on the Super Nintendo Classic.
Yes, that's right.
Also worth noting that the company that made Star Fox and Star Fox 2 were a British company, which is also funny.
Yes.
So I guess the real title is Star Fox: The Lilac Wars.
It could be.
I'm noticing an audible silence.
Anyway, from the people who made Croc Legend of the Gobos.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to Croc. Another big childhood game for me. But where was I? So yeah, they hired that man. I think I've said before on this podcast, every few years, I'm like, I feel like replaying Star Fox 64, and I just attempt the hard mode route, and I just do it. What made me go, oh yeah, this is Star Fox 64? I just did it.
Nice.
Like, yeah, okay, no, that's the Star Fox I know. I do have opinions as someone who has played a lot of this game in my life. Voice acting, notable downgrade. I am kind of being a crotchety old man, because if I'm being objective here, the Star Fox 64 voice actors were just talking like cartoon characters from that era of cartoons being on TV.
Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side.
Yes, and the current voice actors they have are just doing like Netflix cartoon voice tone for everything. Like it is the modern equivalent. However, I wish they encouraged them to ham it up a little bit more. You know, that's Star Fox to me. They add story and lore that every time I see someone go, why the fuck did they add this? Someone goes, actually, in this R-Wing settings document that was released in Japan, this was all in the lore in the 90s already. They just put it in the game. Which I didn't know Star Fox had this deep of stuff, but yeah, they really beefed up some of the story elements. So in Star Fox 64, there's a few different times where a character will tell Fox, trust your instincts, and it has become the new I've got a bad feeling about this of this remake. People just keep saying it all the time. It gets really egregious.
It seems like we have to do a barrel roll.
There is a famous like either like a blog post or like just an image containing like a comparison between every time Estelle Bright from Trails in the Sky says her Japanese line that she says all the time, and Exceed laboriously translating all of these into distinct lines because it would be crazy to just have her say the same thing over and over again.
It's funny. Yeah, I think overall, gameplay-wise, I like this remake a lot. A lot of the flourishes of presentation, I feel like, is a mixed bag. The enemies now look much more like realistic and greebly and detailed. And to compensate for the fact that they have less distinct shape and silhouette to make them stand out against the backgrounds, they added really glowy bits to all of them, which does do the job of like, oh, I can see where the enemy is and I can shoot them fine. But it does just make everything look like it has... I don't know. It's like looking at like an aquarium with bioluminescent fish sometimes, of like, all these things flying around in space just glowing everywhere. Just
like textbook example to use to show people the idea of like increased fidelity is not necessarily a good end goal all the time.
Yeah. I think the planets look really nice. So one of my favorite levels from when I was a kid, Zonas, is it's like you're flying above this big ocean planet and there's like a bunch of like oil rigs and stuff. And Andros came in and polluted the whole thing. And they do a really good job of making kind of like a grimy ass ocean for you to fly over. It's good fun. Aquas, the level where you're in a submarine, looks pretty nice. The water planets, I think they did a good job in. They changed the handling of the submarine, which fucked me up. So in Star Fox 64, they kind of cheat because they have like the R-Wing and the Landmasters. You got the plane, and then you got a couple tank levels. They also have one level where you're in a submarine. Now, it actually deep down mostly just plays like you're in the plane again, but with infinite bombs. They add more like water resistance to how it controls in this.
I see.
Which like didn't take too much to get used to, but it kind of threw me for a loop because like when you do a barrel roll, you don't stay in place anymore. Like you actually kind of like turn in the water, which like does make more sense, and it does make it more unique, but it was different.
Right.
The OST is really lovingly like reorchestrated. I thought it did a pretty good job of capturing the essence of those old N64 tunes. The voice acting I think is just a big step down, unfortunately, and I didn't need the weird little extra story bits. They do one thing that is kind of neat. So in the original, the way you get on the different routes of the different planets you can go through to get to the final level of the game is, you'll start a level and you can either just complete it as normal, or there's like hidden objectives or hidden paths that you can find that will take you to a different, harder route. If you do that hard route objective, you now get a cutscene that lets you choose what you want the next mission to be. Like, do you want it to be the one you unlocked, or do you want to do the easy one? Which, is kind of neat just to give you that additional freedom. You can now do routes that I believe weren't technically possible in the original as a result. But it's kind of fun that there's a little bit more flexibility in the progression that way. I've been hunting for gold medals. I have about half of them for the normal route, and then at some point I'll unlock the hard difficulty, and I'll probably give that a go as well. There's a multiplayer mode where you get paired up with 3 other people, and then you fight against bots.
Okay.
This feels like the 90s again.
Yeah, it's fun, but I don't know how much time I'm gonna spend. Like, it's a fun little distraction, but I don't think it's gonna be something I'm going back to. Like, oh, I need to play more Star Fox. It's like, oh, do you want to play like a really basic capture the flag or like secure the area domination style like thing? And it's serviceable, but it's not anything that jaw dropping. But I like it. It's overall a good time. I don't really feel like it was needed. And I do a lot of people are like, oh, this seems like there's a lot of discussion going on about like, is this game too expensive versus like, oh, people just don't respect the arcade game design of playing a game to mastery over and over again a lot, which to an extent I do think like, yeah, this remake does a good job, I think, of giving you little achievements and like, there's a challenge mode that's like, hey, complete these little micro objectives in these levels that are supposed like they're clearly designed to actually help you get the gold medal when you replay the actual like main game, like to train you up a little bit. And I think it's kind of neat that they have like a more integrated way of like helping people like maybe fish for the optimal routing and like play style and stuff like that. But also too, if you're the type of person that doesn't want to fish for that and you just want to play through like, oh, hell yeah, I want to fly around as Fox and, do all like the routes once or whatever, I think $50 is a steep asking price for that. So I could see why someone would buy this and feel like it was a little slim at the same time.
Did you ever play the 3DS version of this game?
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
Also fine. I think I didn't play a ton of the 3DS one. I kind of just played through that a couple times and went, yeah, that's fine. But I kind of feel like Star Fox is something I do just want to play on a TV.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I thought 3D Star Fox was fine. I think if I had to choose between the 2 remakes, I think this is the better one. Just because I think the challenge mode stuff they add is actually quite fun. And also it being a little more different and adding stuff, I think at the very least makes it more interesting than just the 64 game, but looks prettier. And has 3D. So yeah. It's something. I need to play. I need to connect my USB webcam and do the weird little Fox VTuber thing that you can do.
Uh-huh.
I haven't tried that yet. What I should do is I should become Pegma Dengar and then start streaming IL-2 Sturmovik while using the Star Fox webcam filter.
I see. Yeah.
And become the most niche type of guy.
Uh-huh.
Ronald Reagan voice. Mr. Gorbachev, hire this man.
Oh, actually, one thing I will say, too, is because they've hired this man and made everything more, like, high fidelity, it is actually kind of hard. So, like, I've played this game so many goddamn times, so this is not an issue for me. But I will say I have been talking to my nephew a lot, who is playing this game as his first Star Fox thing, after seeing Star Fox in the Super Mario Galaxy movie and Smash Brothers and going, oh, I want to play that game. That's not what my nephew sounds like. I did him a disservice.
Your fucking nephew's gonna sue.
Yeah. But he had some trouble with some of the bosses because it's kind of hard to see what you're supposed to hit for some of them. Sometimes they make it really obvious and glowy, and other times it's a little more discreet. Now, to be fair, this is also intentionally done for some of the bosses in the harder planets in 64 as well. But I think it's even harder than it was because it's less cartoony. They're not making a comically loud thud sound and flashing when you're doing damage, right? So it's a little more discreet what the good hit versus deflected hit sound effects are. I'm so curious. I know it's different team, but I am curious after seeing how this was done, what the fuck that Ocarina remake is gonna look like. I am I am fascinated because I'm wondering how much of this is a company-wide push to make changes like this versus this is what the studio decided to do, if that makes sense. Like, am I going to get extra little lore and character bits about the cast and townsfolk of Ocarina of Time? Because I kind of hope I don't, but I think they might do that, and that's stupid.
Look forward to it.
The hidden lore of Ocarina you didn't know about.
I will absolutely be buying that thing day one just to see what the fuck they did with it. I am so curious. At the very least, I am happy I have something to do on my Switch too, because I'm not gonna lie, even more than the PS5, I have been kind of looking at that thing and been like,
even
okay.
more than the PS5.
Oh,
That's crazy.
I've used my PS5 so much more than my Switch too.
Fair play.
But
for me, I'm like, I want it for Donkey Kong. But
I should play that actually. I know my nephew liked that game a lot too.
What would I want the Switch 2 for?
I am going to attempt to do one run of Three Houses in time for Fortune's Weave. We'll see if I can do that.
I was just about to make a joke about through the years of Three Houses discourse.
Yeah.
I have one friend, the other Brad, who was born on the same day as me. Funnily enough.
That's really good.
Who has chastised me for years and made fun of me for saying at release, oh yeah, I'll play Three Houses, and then I've just never.
That's good.
So I gotta finally get to it.
Well, is that a podcast?
No,
Yes.
we have emails.
Oh,
Of course we fucking do. Emails, Mel. Dear listener, I welcome your emails always. They never annoy me.
Of course. We only have one. This one's from Author Fanboy.
Uh-huh.
Hello, LHQ. Gridman's still very good, and two of these episodes are a standout.
Oh, wait, okay, now. High stakes. Which ones do you mean?
Episode 16 is probably the weakest of this batch.
That's so funny!
Sure, I thought it was a pretty enjoyable time, but the episode didn't have a lot going for it, and it's probably one of the weakest in the entire series so far, which goes to show how great the show is, since one of the worst episodes is still somehow good. Episode 17 was great. I thought all the stuff with Shigeru was very well written. I thought it was nice. We got to see him happy at the end. Mel hit the fucking button.
Mel did hit the fucking button. Yeah, we're down on this shit, but you know, it is what it is.
Although I was hoping to see more from the future episodes, but I guess not. Hopefully, he comes back at some point in the show. We shall see. Episode 18 was also an incredible episode. I'm a big fan of whatever media does revive mummies because I personally think it's really cool. And this episode had its own interesting spin of it. I also think this episode might take some influence from episode 12 of Ultraman 66. I love the design of the dragon cannon. The cannon is really cool.
Nice. Yeah.
Question time. If you had an okay, this is maybe a tricky one. If you made an Ultraman fighting game and had to choose one kaiju from every show to be able to play as, who would it be?
Every show? Are you sure? Okay, let's see.
I'm just gonna make it easy for us. Disqualify Andrew Melos.
Okay. Ultra Cute, June, and Pegular.
Yes.
But that means Kanagon.
That's fine.
Okay.
Kanagon shows up again, presumably.
Oh yeah, we could get Internet Kanagon from Arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get there's no one else from Arc that we want to... Is there any other kaiju from Arc? Red King from Ultraman 66.
That's what I was gonna say. That's a
I was gonna do Bolton.
Bolton shows up a lot. Like we can get Bolton obviously, but Red King is like truly like he's a pro wrestling guy. He's gonna be such a fun character.
We need the evil corn cob.
He's the grappler.
Yeah.
We need King Joe from Ultra 7.
We do need King Joe from Ultra 7. What a cool robot.
Is Return of Ultraman Bolton Jr.?
Yes.
We can do Bolton Jr.
Bolton. Yeah, we can do Bolton Jr.
Because otherwise, I don't know, there's like Twin Tail maybe, but...
Yeah, Bolton Jr. actually has the motivation of, like, Ultraman killed my species.
Ultraman Ace.
You could do Yapul and do it like the guy from Tsukihime remake Melty Blood.
Of Love?
Yeah, where round 1 and round 2 you're playing as different characters for lore reasons.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Blazer's Earth Gara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth Gara's good.
Taro.
Iconic Taro Kaiju. Oh, the final bad guy that shows up and is never explained.
Valky?
Yeah, the final villain that he faces off with, and it's I don't know why he's there.
Leo, do we do Magma?
I know. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do him.
We should do Black Dome, the crab saucer.
Black Dome, or
Commander
the red one.
Oh yeah,
the
Nova.
ghost.
Nova. Yeah, we should do Nova. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is Nova the random select?
Is Nova the random select?
Like possesses a different person.
Oh,
not random each time you select it. Yeah.
80 is the kaiju made by the kid in the hospital.
Yes. The invincible kaiju. Oh, we got King Joe from Ultra 7, and so I can't have the battleship Yamato.
Yeah. We can put Shinobular from the show probably.
Yeah. I like Shinobular. He's got ninjas. He's a Zona.
Ramiel from Evangelion.
Yeah, I was about to say Karu.
Ramiel also a Zona.
Missed opportunities with Karu is just like pulling out powers of other angels. Like his arm turns as a satchel for whatever. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be good.
Let's see what else. What else we got? Well, we gotta do the MF who reflects physical in from the Ultra movie.
Oh, in the Ultra Key movie, yes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, we need Mirror Man so he can tech the throw and do his Aegis setup.
Epic win.
Hold on. Which kaiju reappears in Ultraman story so we can cheat and never use footage?
Oh, that's true. That's true. I don't know, unfortunately.
Let me see. What's kaiju? Tyrant, Antler, and Alienborg, Miklas, Alaking, Zemisler.
Alaking is a classic.
Alaking's a good one.
Silver Bloom somehow. Bolton 5.
The sequel, the fourth Robot Romance. Anime. They call it Bolton because the parts of the robot bolt on.
Ah, they're geniuses.
Is that a show we have? Gutson, he's here too.
Yeah.
That's like he sounds like the Neko arc.
Yeah. He like
character
balls.
Well, the character is, I think, specifically, it's got to be both Bolton
Oh,
and...
they're a pair.
Oh yeah, so
they're a pair.
it's like Mecha Hisui and Neko arc.
Yeah, or my favorite JoJo character, Whole Horse and Boingo.
Yeah.
What a funny fighting game character. There is a bit there where I at least remember two people making Mugen characters where it was like normal Mugen character and Boingo.
One of my favorite out of context Mugen videos is like it's like Orga from IBO.
What?
Let me find it.
I really thought you were about to say Dio fighting the killer whale. That's a legendary moment from Salty Bet history.
No, here you go.
Oh, no, you go.
Like find it. There we go. Can I post it? It needs to embed properly though.
I'm just clicking through the link.
What is? Oh, this is incredible.
They're all... It's... What the... Mugen.
The longer this goes.
He's Father did the fucking pose.
It's beautiful. That's wonderful.
Excellent. Hit by the car. Cool. What was I gonna say? Oh, yes, you mentioned Oingo Boingo. I remembered, Steel Ball Run, the official English translation of the manga, getting put out, has hit Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, which means we've got a new translation, a new localized version of Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
What'd they go for?
Previously, we had Filthy Acts at a reasonable price.
Yep, good one.
This time, they've gone different because they want to preserve the D4C.
D4C.
So they've gone Devilish Deeds Done Damned Coldly.
I kind of fuck with that.
Yeah, it's a good way of working it.
It's good. Especially because they never say Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap like more than like twice. they say D4C. So it works. But I do still respect. I didn't know it was a real thing. I thought it was a shitpost for years. The whole
Filthy Acts at a reasonable price.
Filthy Acts at a reasonable price. I was like, yeah, that's a funny joke. And then I didn't know it wasn't a joke for so long.
It's so good. It's kind of a miracle we got those games translated when we did.
Yeah.
I was thinking another one. The version of this I keep coming back to is when people were posting about Usada Pekara having a monkey, And for months, I was like, yeah, that is something she would do. That's funny. And then I saw a picture of the thing, and I was like, is that a fucking bush baby? Does she actually? Is that real?
Omega Kaiju, which was the last one.
The time traveling thing.
Oh yes,
You can do some
the guy that time travels.
You can do like teleports in and out.
Okay.
It teleported to the past to escape the dystopian future when it was getting hunted by human. Omega had sauce.
Yeah,
a little. It got
Backloaded
there.
sauce.
Backloaded sauce.
At least the second to last Ultraman show had some sauce.
Yeah. Imagine if the last Ultraman show was dog shit.
Well, recall the shenanigans with Gojuzer, a show I have yet to finish because the
yeah.
Thank
you for your email.
Thank you for your email.
We're fucking done here.
Yeah.
If you want to follow us online, you can do so on Twitter, still, technically, at Ultra _. Yeah.
Speaking of the final season of Ultra and tentatively, that starts next week, by the way.
Oh.
That does start next week. When are we do? Because we give it a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, we're doing like the 2 episodes in. We're gonna probably do the skip the queue because I just think the numbers work better that way.
Yeah, we'll just we'll do it.
Yep. Teo.
True. On Twitter, we are at Ultra _QUEUE. On Blue Sky, we are at Ultra QUEUE. No underscores on Blue Sky. I'm also on Blue Sky. I'm at Red November. Mel, your plugs.
You can send an email. charlesqpod@gmail.com. Never coffee. Charlesqfont. Brad.
You can find me at Be Invoked on Blue Sky as BEINVOKED. You can also find me in the skies of the 1940s battlefields.
We visit those sometimes.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, when I get stressed at work, I time travel to a much safer timeline. Stalingrad.
Well, yeah, the Soviet Union still existed then.
That's true. That's true. I was a parody of myself for like a couple of minutes, like a couple of weeks ago. Someone posted about how it was ridiculous that right-wingers think that Legend of the Galactic Heroes is conservative. And I was just subtweeting a little bit because I was like, of course it is. Are you fucking stupid? And then someone under that mentioned like, oh yeah, I had a friend of mine who had bad vibes and tried to sell me on Log and Girls und Panzer. And I was like, Girls und Panzer is also for communists. You haven't seen the clips. And then I watched I was watching AMVs of the Soviet tank girls from Girls and Panzer and started getting emotional about the Red Army.
I would also do this.
They really did it, man. Anyway, that's the podcast. Yeah. Goodbye, everyone. We will see you next week for 3 more episodes
as per usual.
Gridman, as per usual.
Thank you for your email.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.